Chat about it with Uncle Brother 52 and Miss Angeline. Miss
Hello,
Angeline.
hello,
Miss
hello.
Angeline. Yes, yes, y'all. We running a little bit behind, but you know what it is, and we're here. You know,
hmm
having some things going on, but we got everything ironed out. Miss Angeline, what you got going on?
Good evening, good evening. This time kind of tricking me. This is daylight saving time. I got to get used to it, guys. I got to get used to it. It's kind of throwing my routine off, but we're here and I'm glad to have you guys and I hope y'all enjoy the show. I think I put out a short kind of letting you guys know what this here chat about it gonna be about. I think Uncle Brother he put out some information to remind you guys what this chat is gonna be about. It may be a
Mhm.
little. I'm not gonna even say heated. We're gonna keep it respectable and do what we
Yeah,
do. Everybody got their opinion. You know, some people say, "Hey, I don't want to vote." Some people don't like that. You know, respond. But everybody got their individual reason they do what they do. So let's
yes,
get into it.
yes. Y'all, there's so much in the world going on. Uh, as far as dealing with our government, I think that we are in the worst shape that we have ever been, really, in history. Just so much is going on. It just shows you, that you can't put all your faith and all your confidence in your government. You just can't because
I'm
so
finna
much, so
excuse.
much corrupt.
I'm finna hit my airplane mode.
Okay,
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 my phone
yeah.
went to
It's
ringing.
so much.
Okay.
There's so much corruption. There's so much corruption.
hmm
You don't know who to trust or what to trust. Sometimes your very own will let you down too. You know, this is
Yes.
about voting, y'all. This is about voting. This right here is a very sensitive topic that we are talking about
Mhm.
voting. You know, uh, everybody has a right to vote for whoever they want to, for whoever party you want to. That's your right.
Mhm.
Everybody has a right not to vote. If you prefer not
Mhm.
to vote, you know, but some people do look at it as being like on what our ancestors have fought for, and and uh some people take offense,
Mhm.
you know that you don't vote, and some people they may say, why you want to vote, why you want to vote, I mean why you won't vote, then complain, what's up, coach, why you want to vote and complain about what's going on. Me, I don't
Mhm.
never complain because, for number one, I don't vote. I don't vote. The reason why that I don't vote, so many lies, so many corruption, so much so much bigotry, so much racism, so much underhanded, so much undermining, so much they never follow through. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party, to me, I'm just gonna be honest, trash, trash, trash. Because even though they may have the pros and cons, you know, Ms. Angeline, what you got to say on that right there? I know it's kind of sensitive subject
Fir-
for you.
Yes, yes, yes. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's coming in,
Thank
and
everybody for coming in.
I also want to ask you guys to put down in the chat, put a yes if you vote, and put a no if you don't vote.
Yes, yes if you
Put a
vote,
yes in your chat
and no if you
in
don't.
here, and yes, so I
And
can
tell
kind
us
of see.
why. If you, I mean, even if you're not even if you're not a American citizen, whatever your country is, if y'all got a voting process, democracy, anything like that, just still put that down anyway, because it's really internationally, So just put it down. And we would like for you to stay, because this is a very topic that really need to be talked about, because they are changing so many voting rules, especially here in the United States. And to me, they're making it harder for some people to vote. They are. They're making it harder. Ain't that right, Angeline? Ain't that what
Yeah,
you said?
yeah, yes, yes.
Coach Tom
And you
said he
guys,
vote. Okay.
And you guys, please hit that like button.
Yeah, hit that
Now,
like button.
on this particular topic, me and Uncle Brother, we disagree. We plainly disagree on this topic
Yeah, yeah.
because for me,
I
voting
am.
is voting is so important to me. So important. One thing is important to me because our ancestors died and fought for our right to vote.
And they
You
did.
know,
They did.
we got people life on the line just for us to have the right to walk in a building and cast our vote, cast our opinion. And I think that is for that reason alone, I think it's so very important. And I got 1,000 other now. That just one. That just one. And the second reason I think I think about I think about back in the days. Back in the days, do y'all realize how slim of a chance us as Black people had to come out of slavery? It was a very slim chance. And I know when they tried to do certain things to make their condition better, I know it felt like, hey, it ain't doing us no good. Why is we doing this? We don't see any improvement. We don't see it. But it took that. Yeah, it took 100 years. But if they had made that first step, right now we would still be in slavery. That's kind of how I feel about people that don't vote, say because it don't do any good. No, you may not see it now, but in the future, it may help. We can't just stop not trying because we don't see the results right now. See, we are right now type of environment. We want results right now. It may not be right now, but you can't stop trying, can't stop doing what you need to do because you don't see the results right now. You may not see it, but your great 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 granddaughter may see it. So I think about that in the slave. If the slavery people then just keep pressing, do you know how long it took for them to get out of slavery? But it took everybody that tried. Everybody that tried. They did a little, but it helped. It made them go that step forward. Whatever they did, it took another inch. It was further. They couldn't see it. They can't see it. They dead and gone in their grave. But through what they did, we benefit from it.
Yeah.
We benefit. So if they never had a try, we would still be in slavery right now. And that's
Well,
how I feel about voting. And
okay,
also, I feel about people that vote that don't vote. I feel like they don't have a voice. What are you complaining about? You got to take it as it is. You shouldn't say nothing about this, that. You didn't contribute nothing. So why are you even talking about it?
Can I say this right
And
here?
that's kind of my take on it.
Can I say this? Coach Stone said it, and he agreed with the both of us on voting and not, but he did say, yes, I vote because I was brainwashed to feel like my vote mattered. That's the way he felt, Angeline. And he
Oh
said,
yeah,
I take pride.
everybody.
I take
Mhm,
pride, but I do agree with you and Uncle
mhm,
and agree with Angeline.
mhm,
So really, I mean, yes, it's more you could take pride in doing something, and going into a voting booth, and casting your ballot and everything. But really, on how the voting thing is, do you really think? Do you really kind of really actually think? Because like the electoral votes take over presidents of the regular votes. So what do you
mhm.
think about that? Because the electoral votes take over president of the regular votes because even that you say that you vote, You know what? In the back of my mind, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest
Mhm.
with you. I'm just gonna be
Mhm.
honest with you. Sometimes
Mhm.
I think I deal with a lot of I'm in that government conspiracy thing. I just want to know that is it a tactic just to brainwash the people to make them think that they're doing something, you know, and the powers that be have control of all this and make us think. The powers that be now,
Mhm.
the powers that be have control on who's gonna get in office and who's not gonna get in office. They put up all these fake numbers on who's ahead and who's not ahead and
Mhm.
everything. I just want to know, are they playing the American people? Are they playing the American people and really making them think? Now they just the way I feel. Are they playing the American people to make them think that their vote is counted? To make them
Yeah.
think that their vote is worth. I know what you're saying,
Mhm.
Angela. Me being a black man,
Mhm.
yes, our ancestors did
Mhm.
go through hell.
Mhm.
You know, maybe it mattered then. It mattered then. It mattered then. It mattered then. But today, I really don't think it mattered because you have the powers that be want whoever they want inside the White House, inside Congress. You see right now, you see right now that some of them in politics right now are about halfway got dementia, and they still let them be in office. Look
Mhm.
at the the one from Kentucky. What's his name? I don't forgot his name. All he falling around everywhere. He got to have assistants here and assistants there. They should be made, if they get in that certain condition, they should be made to sit down. They should be made to just sit down,
Mhm.
find them a predecessor, find them a successor to take their place. Because why are you still in office and you not able to think for yourself and your mind? Just like with Joe Biden, they knew Joe Biden had uh, a dementia. You know, they knew he had dementia. They knew that he was. They knew that he was stumbling around and stammering words and everything and all this stuff. But you still kept the man in office. And one thing that got me about him is when he said out of his mouth, "You ain't black unless you vote for me." What is that to tell us? That's an insult.
Well,
I think there's an insult.
yeah. I agree with you as far as both of the candidates probably is not going to do uh what we like. You know what I'm saying? Um I know in my day I never seen a president that I felt like
Nobody have.
benefit me like I thought they should have. I'm gonna put it like that. But a lot of time, for me, when I vote, I try to vote what's the best in front of me. I know neither one of them gonna be 100%, but I try to pick the best one that is in front of me, and not saying that this one gonna do everything right, or I just try to pick the best what I got to choose from. You see what I'm saying? It's kind
Mhm.
of like I got a whole rotten apple over here, and I got a half a rotten apple over here. But I got to choose one of them. Which one I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna pick the one that got a little good. Still got a little good. I can eat half of it and throw that other half away. That's the way I look at voting. So in that case, I'm not just not gonna pick none of them. I'm not gonna go hungry because both of them got rotten. I'm gonna pick the best one
Mhm.
and benefit off the part that I can, rather than pick this one when the majority of this here, I know I can't benefit nothing off this. But at least I got two or three things I can benefit over here. So I'm gonna pick that one. So that's kind of the way I look at voting. I know, ain't none of them no good.
Mhm.
Let's be honest. Ain't none of them no good.
It's about greed, Angeline. It's all about greed.
So
You know, I look at this Jasmine Crockett thing with her in Texas on how she lost and everything. Let me tell you something. There was a lot of people that voted. She said that they closed the ballots early and everything, and they never should have done that. Yes, they
Mhm,
probably did and everything, but still though, they gon' they li- listen, listen. They was the only one. You know, it shows you that the powers that be want whoever they want
mhm,
in there. And I felt like they allowed her to get in there for a season,
mhm,
but until she started falling out with every Republican politician, and she was calling them out on they on they mess, and
mhm,
they couldn't handle it. You know, she was getting ghetto. She was getting ghetto
mhm,
in these meetings, and she was having arguments, especially with Marjorie Green out of out of Georgia. Both of them,
right.
you know, both of them talking about each other's lips and hair and fake eyelashes and all
Mhm.
that. What is that to do? What is that to do in front of the American people and lashing out, playing little high school games and all this stuff? You know, it just she was, that she was, but it just shows you the powers that be. You know what? She might have won the vote, but the powers that be still gonna choose who they want in office. The powers that be are the elite, the people who you don't see, the people who me and you
Mhm,
don't see, the people who the politicians don't see. They are the ones that call the shots. The elite. I'm not gonna call the other name because we on YouTube live, and I don't know. I don't want
mhm,
that to affect your page and either mine.
mhm,
You know, but you know what's going on. And I
mhm.
just want to, and I just want to know. I really do just want to know. Do the vote of the American people really count? Are they just playing games with us to make us think to have election day? Should every to but also I think if you're going to have election day, let that be an off day for the American people, for them to have a chance, whether they vote or not, to go to the voting ballot and vote. Because now everybody is hustling and bustling. I gotta for the one that do vote, I gotta get up before I go to work. You know, uh, I gotta get up here before they close. You're rushing, you know, probably
Well, let me
breaking. Go ahead.
keep going. I just want to speak on what you said when you said um do the American vote really count? But go ahead on. I do that after you finish.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm,
I feel I feel that it don't. I feel that it really lost that after I'm gonna say rather after the '70s. I feel like the elite was taking charge. It's just making them think, that we just gonna go ahead and make them think. That's the way I'm thinking. We're gonna go
mhm,
ahead and just make the American people think that their vote is counting, but we still gonna choose who we want in office. Sometimes they can have all these fake numbers. I just want to know are those numbers are real.
mhm,
When they show these numbers of who voting for who, I just want to know are they real and they just playing with the American people and thinking that we're ignorant to the point where we are that they already know who the winner gonna be. They already know. They already know because how you let a two-time felon become the president of the United States? And I do realize God do allow things to happen. God allow things to happen. He allowed things to happen. But this 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 man has done some crazy stuff. But you have people that still voting for him. Joe Biden used to be uh 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 he used to be down on black people back in the day selling drugs. You get caught with a little bag of weed, you making 25 years. Up under up under up under his laws that he had written for the drug dealers back in the 90s and 80s, some of them just on a little bag of weed made 25 years, but you gonna come to the American people face back whenever you was uh running for president, and you gonna tell us that we are not black unless we vote for you. How did we as Black Americans, not being racist, but as Black
Mhm.
Americans, allow such as that to be said and still vote this man in office? Because I feel like it wasn't nothing but a waste the whole time he been in there. Even though
Mhm.
we might have, even though the American people might have had got checks, uh, little money, little money that they gave. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes they just give you crumbs from the table just to keep your mind shut. That's the way I feel.
Mhm.
You know, even though it benefited some, but sometimes they just give you crumbs from the master's table just to be, oh yeah, oh they doing so good. They gave us a $2,000 check. $2,000 check is not nothing compared to what people have to face now. You know, and I'm just saying. But I'll let you have the floor on this right here. You can go ahead and give your point of views. But I just feel like to me it's just a waste of time because they already know who's gonna be in office. They already know. You know, the powers that be. They choose who gonna be who gonna be in office. You know, because you gotta realize that in the world we live in, it's a it's a evil it's good against evil. I'm talking about supernaturally. You know, it's good against evil, and the devil got his people in place. You know that he's using. You know, to bring more harm than good, but also to bring deception amongst the eyes of the American people. But you do have some good ones out here. You know, that's trying that's that's trying to bring good to the American people, but you got the powers that be won't let them do anything because got their hands tied. Got their hands
Mhm.
tied. But go ahead though.
All right. First, I just want to come in on what you said about how you were just questioning how you just thought, um, do they really count our vote,
Yeah.
you know, or
Hmm.
whatever. But I do think they do count our vote. I really do. But I think a lot of people, especially Black people, don't vote. A lot of Black people simply don't vote. And not because they feel, a lot of them don't vote, not because they don't feel, they feel like you. They just don't go to the poll. They just don't feel like it's important. You know, they don't really have a reason. I have worked by a lot of my coworkers. They don't vote. They just don't go to the poll. So and then you got the group that feel like you. They passionate about what's going on, but they feel like they vote really just don't matter. So why waste time to go there to vote? So
Hmm.
in that case, black people as a whole, we turn out less than any other nationality at the poll. That's number one. And number two, we already are the minority. Okay. We are the minority and we don't go to the voting poll. So that's number one, saying we don't have enough support to really make a difference when we do go to the poll. Okay. Uh, and the Latinos and all of them, most of them gonna click up with the whites. So I feel like they are counting them. They are counting them. We just don't come out. We don't have the numbers to turn around. And a prime example, when they do come out, when they had that vote in Georgia to turn the Congress around to all Democrat,
Yes, yes,
they was motivated. The blacks was motivated to
yes.
come out, and they came out. And what they did, they turned that state to Democrat because
They
they
did.
actually because they came out and voted. We don't vote. We don't vote. So if we don't vote, then I mean, nothing gonna change. Nothing is gonna change if we don't vote. So as a whole, black people don't vote. So so do I think they do count the votes. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to address what you talked about Biden about him saying that about blacks, you know, in the 90s or whatever, and about the possession of marijuana and all that. Back
Yeah, a
then,
narcotic. Yeah.
back then they was giving hard sentences for marijuana. They just really lighten up on that situation. But back in the day, yeah, you got caught with it. You did hard time. But things didn't change. And also with him saying that about blacks, I understand. Yeah, that was prejudice. That was very prejudiced, wrong. I mean, it's no excuse for it. But I look at it, that's in the 90s. He wasn't saying that doing his people can change. And another thing, Biden, again, I'm going back to the Apple.
Okay.
Biden, Trump. Biden, Trump. Biden ain't no good. Trump ain't gonna do it. But who the better one? Who the better one? It was him or Trump. That's what we had to vote on. We had to vote him or Trump. So if I'm a voter, look at it through my eyes. I'm a voter, okay? I go to the poll and I vote. And I got Trump and Biden. Who I'm gonna vote for? Who is the better one?
Two of the lesser evils.
Exactly, both of them. But who are the better one? I did better under Biden than I did Trump.
Okay.
I did better. I had insurance under Biden.
Yeah.
Little or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Trump, I don't
Yeah.
have no insurance.
Yeah. And,
Trump,
and don't
he
and don't
cut
forget
the food.
don't forget
Biden,
about the
Biden, my student loan
yes,
went all the way
yeah.
down. He created a program where I can put how much I make, and I didn't have to pay nothing because I didn't make enough. So he
Yeah.
said she don't even hardly make enough to live, so don't even worry about that. Yeah, did he do everything right? Oh, of course not. Of course not. But he was better than Trump. He was better for me than Trump. So yes, I went to the poll and I voted for Biden.
Okay, now mind you, when he was president nothing on my Latino brothers and sisters. I just want y'all to know that. But they wasn't doing anything about them crossing the border illegally. They wasn't doing anything about that. And see, you don't know. See, we don't know who all got in now. You know, the enemy from over there in the Middle East could have infiltrated because all of them can mix in together because all of them got that brown skin and that hair. But they could have infiltrated and got across that border instead of doing it through the legal way, coming in through the airport. They could have went in. They could have went in south of the border, went through Mexico, and infiltrated their way on up through here. Now, to be honest with you, we don't know who's in this country now. Trying to find out and everything and all that. But up under his administration, they was giving illegal immigrants housing, money. They wasn't giving the black folks nothing. Up under the Biden administration, they wasn't giving the black folks nothing. They was giving the
Again, I have to
What's going on, Sample? What's going on, man?
I have to pick who the
Like a
best.
chef, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Again, I just have to pick what's best. Is they gonna do everything? Of course not. Is they gonna do some stuff that I don't agree with? Of course they is. But the only thing we can do is vote for what's in front of us.
We have an American soldier in here. Hats off to you, successful. Thank you for coming in, man.
Yes.
He's in the military, and I'm sure he hearing what we got to say. You know, I think he's he's not a sergeant. I think that he's ranking. I don't know if he's a lieutenant. If he's a lieutenant or what, you know, because he's over a group of people. You know,
hats out to you.
Yeah, hats off to you, man. Thank you for coming in, brother. Yeah, but it's a catch-22 for both parties. You know, I really do think that the American people as a whole now is getting tired of politics
Mhm.
because there has been more confusion, more corruption than we have ever seen in our life. Look at this
Okay,
Epstein
he a
file.
sergeant. He a
Oh,
sergeant
first
first
sergeant,
class.
first class. Okay,
All
okay,
right.
okay. Okay, first sergeant. Yes, sir. First sergeant.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, man. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for serving us. He from my home state. He live in Texas,
Okay.
but he from my home state. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he from my home state, South
Mm.
Carolina. Yeah, yeah. He we just, I don't know. This thing dealing with Iran is crucial. Just like the situation yesterday, yeah, South Carolina, just like the situation yesterday that happened. I didn't know that it happened till I was going to bed that we had two attacks. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Mhm.
and like you said, they got drones. And like I was reading on the internet last night, somebody stole two drones out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Fort Campbell. They don't know who done it, but how in the world, unless it was an inside job, how you steal two military drones out of an army base? You know, uh, Success. I know you probably heard of it because you stationed in San Antonio. And said I don't know if it's Fort Hood.
Mhm.
It's one of those. Yeah, sleeper
Sleepy
cells.
cell.
Sleeper cells.
Mhm.
Uh, drones and everything and all that. So how in the world did they let that happen? It gotta come from the inside. It has to come from the
Mhm.
inside. So
Yeah.
so that's what we vote these people in for, to make sure that they're keeping America safe. And I know that all eyes can't be everywhere. Somebody is
Mhm.
gonna miss it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna miss it somewhere. Somebody's gonna miss it. According to scripture, I'm gonna say it right here. I'm gonna go back to the Bible a little bit. Yeah, Fort Bliss. That's what he's at. Fort Bliss, El
Mhm.
Paso, Texas. My bad, man. Fort Bliss. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But some of this stuff that's taking place, well, really everything that's taking place is really prophetic. You know, so
Mhm.
so you know this this voting thing. But like I say, I believe the American people have really gotten tired of politics. They got tired of all the lies. They got tired of all
Yeah.
the corruption. Because now some of them, they who voted for Trump in office, some of them know that, hey, we done made a mistake because this man is all over the Epstein files.
Mhm.
He's all over the Epstein files and everything. And so
Mhm.
and so he act like he don't care when we bring it up. Y'all still on this?
You know why he don't care? Because he knows nothing is gonna be done about it.
That's it. That's
He knows
it.
nothing is gonna be done about it.
They was questioning Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was there, and he knowed him too. He was laughing all
Mhm.
laid back. They know
Mhm.
that they cannot be touched because of the people who they involved with.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
just like that woman said, she said if we were to prosecute, it would cause America to go in blunder. Because there's a
Mhm.
lot of important people. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say nothing else because they,
Mhm.
cause they will shut your channel down. And
Mhm.
we don't need our channel shut down. We are important, but even though, they'll think that we try to start something
Yeah, yeah,
online, and I'm not trying to
yeah.
start no revolution. I'm just trying to live from day to day.
That's it.
That's that's all. But
That's it.
but but it's just a mess, and the gas prices going high.
Yes,
Food food still high. The
yes.
gas prices here in South Carolina now? Gas prices here for unleaded now is $3.99.
They saying if your tank halfway full, fill it up. Just keep filling it up. You get a little low, fill it all the way up. Because one morning you're gonna wake up, that gas gonna be about $5. Fill it
See?
up. I'm going tomorrow and fill mine up.
See? You see?
Yes, yes,
Out there in California is already $8.
yes. Yeah, and they saying, I wanna ask what his name, Success.
Yes.
Have you
It's
heard about
389. It's 389 where he at for unleaded.
Have you heard about California being on alert?
I heard about it. So
Yeah.
says, have you heard about California being up on a drone attack alert? Because it was all over the media yesterday. Did you hear about
Hmm.
that? I wish we could pull it. I just wish we could just pull people up.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard about it, but it'll be good to hear from a military person, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he can't discuss it, you know. But
And maybe he can't. But you know what
yeah,
though? Those drones, some of them can go undetected.
yeah.
Some of them are made to go undetected. And they are hard to see. And they are so fast now.
Mhm.
Don't you know to have a certain kind of drone, the ones you gotta have a license? I didn't watch anything yesterday, but I do watch CNN and a lot. So I'm pretty sure my wife's seen it. Yeah, he said a
Okay.
lot. Pretty sure that his wife said because I think that
Mhm.
he probably was out in the field yesterday
Mhm.
and everything. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's over a group of guys though. You know they do a lot
Okay.
of yeah, yeah. But he's a good guy. Funny. He's real funny. Everybody follows
He
successful
got
on
a
here.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, he got a YouTube channel. He funny. He funny too.
Oh,
He
okay.
funny. I collab with him sometimes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he go live and everything and all
Well,
that.
I'm gonna have to
And
check him out.
yeah, check
I'm
him
gonna have to
out.
check you out.
Check him out. Check him out. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
check him out. But Angeline, it's all this right here is nothing but it's just nothing but a mess, And I can understand your point because our ancestors fought and died, got watered down,
Mhm.
bit by dogs, jumped on and jailed and everything.
Mhm.
It might have mattered back then. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say it mattered. It mattered back
Mhm.
then, but now since the time has progressed, I really don't think it really matters anymore because the powers that be, the elite that we don't see,
But
don't have it.
the thing about it is, Uncle Brother, we put the elites in the power. How they get up there? Yeah, once they get up there, yeah, they can do this, that, that. But who put them up there?
But you don't see them, Angeline. We don't see
Who
them.
put the president once I'm gonna take our president. Once our president got where he was, okay, he fired this one, fired this one, fired this one. He put that one over here, that one over there. That he put people in place
All
that
right, bro. You too,
go
man.
up. He put people in place that gonna uphold what he's doing. So
So, and he
so
is. He got a lot of.
that's
He,
what
has
I'm
some,
saying.
he got a
We
lot of
put
do boys and do girls. Yeah.
so we put them in that position by voting, and then they pick who they want that gonna uphold what they want. Because as a president can do so much because a lot of stuff he can override, but a lot of stuff got to be approved by the Congress before it can go in effect.
He
Okay.
attacked the Iran without Congress.
A lot of stuff he can override, but a lot of stuff he cannot override without the Congress approval. He have set up the Congress, they gonna approve everything he say because he have put people in place that is gonna uphold what he say. That's how he's able to do all this stuff. Now, as a president, certain stuff he can do an executive order and go over them. You see what I'm saying? But not everything. But certain stuff he can because he what he say he the commander in chief. So yes,
Yep.
a lot of stuff he don't have to. He can override what I'm trying to say. He can override them, but some stuff he cannot override them. But the majority of who he got in place in Congress, they gonna go along with him anyway, because he put them in that spot.
Yeah.
And even though I know a lot of people is have turned, hate that they put him up there, but he still got the majority of support, because you can even look at the people that's running, know what they say? Endorsed by Trump. They want the general public to know, I got Trump. Trump is on my side, because he's still in the majority as far as what people want.
Yes, because he endorsed the new successor for our governor, which is a woman. He endorsed her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where she gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
If we got a black man on the Democrat side that's running, I doubt the brother even have a chance.
I doubt it too. I doubt it too.
Look at Lindsey Graham. Look at Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham from South Carolina. Lindsey Graham is from the next town beside me.
All right, you have a good night. Thank you for dropping in.
Senator Lindsey Graham is from the next town beside me, not far from me. It's called Central South Carolina, a small little town outside from the college town of Clemson University. That's where he from. Look at him, still in office. Been in office since what? 99? Ain't been voted out not one time. It just shows you the powers that be know who they want in office and know who they want. If the powers that
we're
be,
not voting. We're not voting. They're gonna stay in office. We're not going to the poll. And they vote who they want to vote for. We're not voting.
Angela, the reason why that we're not voting, because a lot of people, they got fed up with politics. Look at when COVID came.
Look, I understand that. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with that. And I agree with it. But you can't say they gonna stay in office when we're not coming out to vote. Yes, they gonna stay in office. We're not voting, and they voting for them. So of course they gonna stay in office. What you think? I mean, what do you think? If we're not going to vote, and they are, what you think the results gonna be? They gonna stay in office, right? That's the common. I mean, what? I mean, what? So that's not. And the reason I'm bringing that up, because you keep saying they staying in office. They staying in office. They gonna stay in office.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Vote.
Before we go any further,
they going to the poll, and we're not. So of course they gonna stay in office. I mean,
before we go any further, are we on time restraint right now? Do you got somewhere you got to be?
Right here on this couch.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Right now, we can stay here as long as we want until we get tired of running our mouth. How about that? You know what? We need some more people to come in here.
Yeah. I'm back. Who is this?
I need to have some point of views on here. We talking about voting.
Yes. We need to.
And why you not vote? Because see, for number one, it's getting off the chain, it's getting outrageous, and like to me, it's not getting any better for people. Homeless rate sky high.
Yes, y'all, please, y'all. We want y'all in this conversation.
Yes.
Put down in the chat. You don't have to say who you voted for, because that's your right.
Yeah, that's
who
your right.
You vote for,
that's
how
right.
you vote for, that is your. Okay. He said he don't. Okay, all right. You say
now that's my son right there.
Oh,
I know.
Okay, you say don't vote. Why you don't vote? Okay.
Yes, he just like his daddy. He just like his daddy.
Please put in the chat if you vote or not. We honestly want y'all to engage. We come on here live to connect with you guys. And this is a good topic. So please, if you would, put down whether you vote or not vote.
Neither he never registered, and he's a military vet.
Okay. Okay.
He's a military vet.
I was finna ask you, well, is he old enough to vote?
Hey, 30. 30.
Huh?
He
Is
30
he
years
old
old.
enough to vote?
He's
Wait,
30 years old. He's 30
oh,
years
okay.
old.
Okay, he old enough. Okay. Okay. Um, Never register, nor will I ever vote. Let me ask you something. Why wouldn't you ever vote? Is it because your daddy? Is it
No,
because your daddy?
nah, nah. It ain't because of me. He got his own. He got his own way of telling. I let him tell you.
Oh,
I wish I could bring him up. I should
why?
we can. Angeline, see about us getting on this thing so we can bring people up.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you vote?
Angeline, I'll be right back. Go ahead and take over, Angeline. I'll be right back.
Okay. Because they know who going to win.
See?
No point in
See?
voting.
See?
Okay. They know who. How you know? I ain't gonna even say how you know because that's just your feeling. That's just how you feel. I'm gonna ask you why you feel that way. Why do you feel that way when us as Black people don't go to the poll? Isn't it inedible that they gonna win if we don't go to the poll? I mean, isn't that gonna be the results? Hillary should have won over Trump. If she had a all of a sudden Trump won. I just feel like I just feel like our community don't vote because we um we just disappointed, and I'm as well disappointed. Don't get me wrong. They have failed us. They have failed our community. I don't care who go up there. They have failed. We get the lesser of everything. I feel like I don't
We
care
do.
who the president or whatever. We get the lesser, and I understand why people don't go to the poll because they just sick of it. They just sick of it. Like your dad said, why go? It ain't gonna change nothing because that's how people feel. That's how people feel, and I understand that. But I try to look at the bigger thing. I try to look at it's never gonna change if we don't go. If all of us stick together and go, who know it may change if we can all stick together and do it. Look what Georgia did when they for some reason that particular time they wanted to go to the poll and say we gonna go. We just never know because we don't do it. We don't
You know
vote.
what? You know why
We don't
Georgia
vote,
turned.
and then
You know
we
why
are the
Georgia turned.
majority.
You know why
Huh?
Georgia turned it around? Because of Ti. Ti started getting involved. It took a
Hmm.
rapper. It took a rapper to get all them
Hmm.
black people up
Hmm.
to get their what's name up.
Hmm.
But when they started doing that, they were coming up with every scheme upon the table to prevent. They started coming. You got to have two proofs of identity. You got to
Yep,
have this. You got to have this and everything and all this stuff.
they
And
did.
you know that stuff is unfair. You
Yeah, they
know.
did. They did that to disencourage you not to go. Yeah, they did. They tried to make it harder for people to go to vote. And I mean, probably it worked. Some people probably didn't go because the next time around because they had to have this and that and that. If this don't match your address and this don't match, then you can't vote. because a lot of time, like for me, right now, my driver license don't match my home address because I moved, and I ain't finna go down there and pay some more money to get that change until my license expire.
That's
I'm
what
not.
I done. That's
I'm
what
not.
I
I'm
done.
not finna do that. But if it was vote season, since my driver license didn't match my home address, then they ain't gonna let you vote. Yeah, they do little stuff like that to disencourage us from voting or throw out. I understand that they do. They don't want us to go to the poll. So really, they got us where they really want us. They don't want us to go to the poll. To be honest, so they can keep doing what they doing.
He said also the problem is that as well, black votes are more worried about keeping each other under each other. The biggest time we stood up was when Malcolm X and
And
Martin
Martin
Luther
Luther
King
King.
outside of what they stood or what we don't stand. And it says that and what we it's you know what we have got so out of sync that we as American black people don't stand together. It's not the American black people against whites. I don't want nobody to get right here. I'm not making out of we know racism exists and everything, but there was a time we should do this.
Yeah.
But now there is a time now we just like this now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We don't stick together.
My mom had a business, a flower shop. Yeah, yeah. My mom had a business. You're right, son. My mom had a business beside the house, Brown's Flower Shop. She got more white customers than she did her own, and that's sad. Some of them
Yeah.
went to no, to personally, it went to other people. Went to other
Yeah.
people.
I believe that we don't
So
patronize each other.
no, but also black people need to learn how to conduct business. Also, just because you in business, it doesn't mean that you're doing everything right. You gotta. It's competition out here. You have to learn to compete. You can't get around here. And I ain't gonna lie. I know some black businesses are just as shabby as I don't know what.
Oh yeah,
But
I
yet,
do too.
but yet they want your business. I'm not gonna give you my business and you doing half-handed work. I don't care what color you is, white or black. Do you know the poverty rate? Yeah, it is. Andrew, the poverty rate really hadn't changed in over 50 years. Our money, there was a chart that I seen over a 50-year period. The black community money stayed the same for 50 years. White community money done this right here. Ours done this.
Yeah.
White done this. Elevated. You see how far they are from us? Because for number one, we have poor spending habits.
Oh yeah. We got to
Poor
have
spending habits.
we got to have the designer this, designer that, this kind of car, this kind of car.
And
You pull up to their house, you won't believe it.
live in the projects.
You
right
won't you would not believe it. You would not believe it. And you get them, they'd be the richest person in the world. They got on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and some tennis shoes and gone about their business.
You know what? They had that online that I seen on YouTube. They had 3 men and they were having the people to pick who's the millionaire out these 3 men. They had one man who had jewelry all around his neck, Jordans on. Had another man had a suit on. Then had another man with just jeans and a t-shirt and tennis shoes. Everybody picked the man.
And probably wasn't no name brand neither.
You know who the millionaire was? The man with the t-shirt and the jeans on.
Yeah, that's how they is.
Son, you take care. You take care, son. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Enjoyed you.
Thank you. Yeah, enjoyed you, son. Thank you. Share our live, Andrew, before you leave. But yeah. It's we have you know what black people really make America really spend whenever it comes to money because we spend things on unnecessary stuff.
Mhm, mhm. We're
Unnecessary
flashy.
stuff.
We're flashy people.
Unnecessary stuff.
Mhm, mhm,
Every Christmas, I have never seen in my life people get TVs every holidays and got big screen TVs. How
mhm.
many big screen TVs do you need in your house?
Got a big screen TV and they sitting like this here in front. Ain't even house ain't even big enough to even support a TV that big. You got a TV and you all in front. Baby, this room ain't big enough to support that big old TV.
I know somebody right now. I know somebody right now. I ain't gonna call no name because I don't want nobody to go here, but I know somebody. I went inside their room. I went inside their room, Angeline. I had the I tried I was going inside the room. I hit the big screen TV going inside the room. And TV was hanging beside the door about that much. I said, what? I couldn't help I kind of chuckled a little bit. They kind of looked at me and everything and all that. You know, and I said, Lord, have mercy. Have mercy.
Oh goodness.
Have mercy. Come on.
Come
Come
on.
on.
Come on, black folk.
Come on. We gotta do better. That's how come getting reparation. Well, I'm gonna get on reparation.
Hmm.
I don't mind reparation. But do you know what reparation gonna do to some of these black folk? It's gonna kill them. Cause they gonna party it up, they gonna smoke it up, and they gonna drink it up. That's what they gonna do. I say around like 40% of our people gonna party it up and drink it up, and to be dead in 5 months' time. Because you know the government to get the money back. Uh, the government will get their money back within 5 month period. And dealing with, and I mean, I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I love my black people, but we need to get out this ignorant. I used to be ignorant. In fact, yeah, me. But you know what taught me lesson? Hard times in life.
Hmm.
Hard times in life. And sometimes you have to hit your head to the point you get several knots and several concussions on your head in order for you to learn. I'm
How
for real.
many? How
Several
many?
of them. You got to get several concussions and several contusions and knocks on your head before you learn. You have
Yeah.
to, because I had wasted so much money. I could have been, Angeline. I could have been. I could have. I could have had more. You know, especially with a family. I could have. I could. If we had it done it right, we could have had more. I could have had more and everything. But now, at the age of 52, I've learned a great lesson now. Facing what all I had to face, dealing with life, and I sent out a text to everybody one time, and I was just telling them on how I was disgusted I was, and I felt like that I felt I was getting depressed again. It wasn't long. I sent this text out to family members, and I was just letting them know how I was feeling. I said I don't feel good about myself. Yeah, I said it. I said I don't feel good about myself. I said I'm at the age of 52 years old and don't have anything. Look what happened to me a couple of days ago. I don't know if you've seen it online, you know,
Mhm.
and
What?
I post my car getting repoed online.
Oh, I comment on it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw it.
yeah, and you know what? I'm not gonna make it out of a shameful thing. People need to see what other folk go through. People can talk all they want. People say, "Why you do that, man?" They really gonna talk. Let them talk. But one thing about it, you better be careful what you say.
Mhm.
Be mindful on what you
Yeah.
say, because you don't know my situation. Neither do I know yours.
Mhm.
I have never lost anything. I can see if I was a man from down through the years, I'd have lost, just losing cars, can't even keep a car. No, I've never lost a car in my life. I waited to get to the age of 52 years old. to lose a car. And it bothers me to a certain point, and it makes me angry because I the car was 21,000. I paid $12,000. No, I paid almost $13,000 for it. Only owe 8 grand on it. Now on top of that, I checked my credit today. It shot my credit down to about 500, 510.
Yeah, you can work. You can get that up.
Yeah, but you know
Mhm.
what though? Life is life. It's
Yeah.
not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
Mhm.
If you out there, and if it happened to you, some people have lost more than me. They lost car, they lost homes, you
Yeah.
know, they lost more than me. Those are tangible things. There are things that you need, but one thing about it, I really do think that you make your mind up and get yourself together, you can recover. You know, with
Yeah.
the help of God, I tell anybody that you can recover. It's not the end of the world. Yes, it hurts. It did. I ain't gonna lie to you. After I done that, I went in the house and cried my eyeballs out. You know, I
Mhm.
was fighting. I said, I wonder if I made the right mistake in posting it. You know, but I said yes, I did because I said people need to see that because that could help somebody. Unless because some people can lose stuff and go out here and blow their brains out.
Mhm.
That's tangible stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
That stuff you can get back.
that's stuff
And
you
and
can
a
get.
lot
And
of time, most people when they lose like that, lose their stuff, when they come back, they get something bigger and better than what they had.
bigger and better. And the man said, well, you could
Mhm.
make arrangement to still try to get it back. You know what I told him? I said, nah. I said, y'all can have it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Y'all can have it. You know, it was good to me. Why I had it. You know, I bought it new, you know, but hey, it is what it is, you know. So live and let live and just keep on moving forward, you know,
Yeah.
because one day our YouTube checks gonna come rolling in one day.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
keep on, they're gonna start rolling in, you
Mhm.
know, and you're gonna start making some money off the YouTubes and everything and all that. Angelina, I commend you. I commend you on how far you got. You got a little farther than
Mhm.
me when it comes to your watch hours. You know, you probably at 1,000
Mhm.
now.
Nah, I wish I was. I think I got like 950, nine
Still though,
fifty something.
you farther than me. I'm still in
Mhm.
300. So one
Mhm.
thing about it, I'm gonna have to find out what's going on with my camera,
So, yeah.
with my video, because
Yeah.
I looked at it
Yeah, 'cause
again today.
that is odd that you could yeah.
I'm gonna do one last thing, and I hope it'll work. I'm gonna reboot my phone,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that may work.
and I'm gonna see will that help because
Yeah.
I did go in, and I cleared the camera, the camera cliches out. I cleared them out like it told me to do, and I done that, and I went on there. It's still doing it, but it did say your last resort is to reboot the camera because it can reset everything else.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it can reset
Y
everything else. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and get that done because I know that you're doing long form videos. I know that it's
Mhm.
helping you
Mhm.
because it's increasing your watch hours. And you know, if you
Right.
keep on doing this, I would say by July or August or maybe sooner
I don't
or
know
maybe.
that I got to get 3,000 view hours.
Listen, you almost at 1,000, Angeline. You got 2 more thousand to go. So really, at the rate you going, if you was to
Mhm.
do, if you really was to burn the midnight oil, you can get there next month. I know you can.
I said once I get to 1,000, maybe I try to see can I spit out 2 a week.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. 2 a week. Maybe what I can do to make it not so hard for me, do, 1 educational, see, because I have to research them, and they're more time consuming. Maybe I do 1 of them and then 1 just day in my life, just what I'm doing, you know what
hey
I'm
Cam, how
saying?
you doing, man?
Those are easy. Those are more
Yeah,
easy, 'cause
yes,
you just looking at me what I'm doing gonna do anyway. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
maybe I
true,
can do 1 of those and 1 educational.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see.
But But yeah, it's
Mhm.
a lot of things. It's a lot of things, Angelina, that's really taking place on this
Mhm.
planet. And we don't know what tomorrow holds.
That's right.
We don't know
That's
what the future
right.
holds. The weather is wacky now. It's gonna be getting colder next week, you
Mhm.
know. And so we don't know where the minds of people at, you know. Destruction can come at any time, which I'm hoping and praying that God will make sure that it don't, because I care for the lives of people, but evil is out there.
Yeah,
Evil
it
is out
is.
there. It's out there. And you know what? Even though that some people may think, that we made the wrong decision, on attacking, I think we really, because I'm gonna tell you something. You didn't know that Trump called Condoleezza Rice to the White House. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Dealing with
Mm-mm.
Iran, he called Condoleezza because she was a secretary at one time.
Yeah.
He snooked. He didn't want nobody to know, but it's gonna get out.
Yeah.
He sneaked and called her to the White House and asked her what should he do about Iran. You know what she told him? Do what you gotta do, Mr. President. They
Mhm.
gotta be dealt with.
Mhm.
So really, it just shows you that even though she's a black woman, she know her stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well,
She
one
know her
thing,
stuff.
one thing about black people, and I'm not, like we say, we're not being racist or whatever, but
Yeah,
it just the way it is. Anytime you see any black that's way up there, they know 3 times as more as the other ones, because
yeah,
we have to do more, be more in order to hold us the same position or close to the position. So anybody you see up there, they probably geniuses, because
yeah,
we just have to be more. We can't
yeah,
hold the same position and just know what they know.
yeah.
We got to be smarter, and
As
that's
far as
sad.
say, as
It's
far as say,
really
you
sad.
gotta be. As far as say, you gotta be 3 times smarter,
Mhm.
5 times quicker.
Yep.
You know,
That's the truth.
and that's not hard for us to be. It may be hard for others, but that's not hard for
Mhm.
us because we
Mm.
already know what is expected out of us. We were trained, groomed and trained that way. Our mind was already trained to
All
think.
our life, like Oprah said on what that show was, what she made everybody used to like, all our life. She say all her life, but I'm gonna say all our life. We had to fight for what we got
Yeah,
all our life.
yeah,
Didn't Nothing come easy for us.
no.
Nothing.
And it didn't come easy for her. That's what come I commend her. She's a billionaire. You know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because it didn't come, especially being a black woman, it didn't come easy for her.
No. Mm-mm.
You know,
She came right out of Mississippi, the Poe.
yeah.
That's where she from. And she her childhood wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. She
Mm,
was raped.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And her
yeah,
grandmama raised her, didn't it? Did
yeah,
her grandparent? Yeah, so
yeah,
she had a rough time, but she had to fight. She had to fight and get what she was. It didn't come easy. It may look easy. A lot of people look at people where they are now and say, "Ooh, I wish I was where she is." I would. You can be. You got to put in the work. That's the same way with us. We look at these big YouTubers doing this and do, and if you and if you hear their story, they had to put in the work to get where they
Look at
were. Because
look
a
at
lot of them, you hear their backstory. They say, "I was on YouTube 5 years before I got my first check." I'm like, what?
yeah,
But once they started, it started going fast. Once they got to a certain point, it just started booming up.
it
But
took
it took
Kev on
a while
stage.
for them to get there.
It took Kev on stage 10 years, almost ten
Yeah.
years, to get where he at now. Now he's basically a millionaire. He's a millionaire
Hmm.
now.
He
You
didn't
know,
give up.
he didn't give up. He turned around and uprooted his family out of North Carolina somewhere on the East Coast, somewhere.
Hmm.
Flew out west. He said he didn't have no idea. He said he was just winging it. somehow they got in touch with Babyface's wife. You know,
Okay.
because he was kind of popular out here too. He was kind of popular out here too because it had you know because he was doing YouTube and doing a whole lot of stuff.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
he was so he caught eyes. He caught eyes and everything and all that. And Babyface's wife, uh, uh, she invited him to the house, invited his family to the house, and gave him some nuggets to go by, and told him that if he need anything, that I'm here. And see, that's what we do to each other. We don't turn around and leave. We don't turn around and leave each other. Angela, if I had the necessities and everything, yes, you gotta be mindful and careful who you help. I had to learn that too because I got I got just lied to and made a fool out of. Which I already know what the deal was, but I was just thinking I was doing something, but they made a fool out of it,
Yeah.
and I thought I was helping them. And all along they had an agenda, you know. But still, though, you know, you got to be wise on who you help. But she's saying something in him like, hey, he got the motivation and he got the drive and he gonna make it. And look at him now.
Mhm.
He's a stand-up comedian. He got his own show out west. He traveled all over the place. Right now he's in New York right now doing podcasts, doing 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 comedy. You know, look at the money he's making. You know,
Yeah.
you know it takes a lot. You have to work. That's why people they may say, "Well, you doing it for free?" Well, yeah, for free now. Yes.
Mhm.
And sometimes I don't feel like getting on YouTube doing anything, but sometimes I had to make myself. I had to post every day in order to stay relevant. You see how my numbers went up now? I got
Yep.
4,260 something now. Just that fast.
Dang. You just got 4,000.
I got 4,260 something now.
Oh my God. What?
because I'm working it. I'm working
Oh
it.
my goodness.
I'm working it. I'm working it. Don't make me cry. Don't make me
Wasn't that
cry.
just 2 days? You said
Yeah, don't
I
don't
hit 4,000.
don't don't make me cry. I'm working it. Don't make me
Oh
cry.
my God.
It been hard. I'm not only doing this for myself, I'm doing it for my children. I'm doing it for my family. Because I want to be able to rise somebody up out of
Goodness. That is so
out of
good.
the
Oh
mess.
my God.
Out of the mess that I'm in. I want to help rise somebody up out of the mess that I'm in instead of me looking down and telling well they gotta pay for themselves. That's how I felt when I lost my that's how I felt when I lost my car. I know people that could have said, you know what, Tyrone, here. But I'm not gonna bring that up. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. God allowed this to happen to me to strengthen me. It hurt
Mhm.
me. It hurt
Mhm.
me. And it and when I think about it, it still hurts. But you know what? I get over it.
Yeah.
I get over it. I get over it because I felt like I let my kids down. I felt like, you know, that's why I'm doing these posts because I'm doing it for my kids. I don't want them to have to worry about I don't want them to have to worry about a lot. I don't want my daughter to be in school, even though that she got a scholarship. I don't want her to have to be worried about. I want to be able to get her a nice car, but make her take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
This is your responsibility.
Mhm.
You just
Mhm.
don't drive the car. I want you to I'm going I'm on I want you to keep it up. Get the oil checked, get the tires and
Mhm.
everything checked. Don't keep the car dirty. Keep it always clean.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because you know out of all this, I want to be able to do something nice for my mom. You know, I watch a YouTuber, Gerald, the one that go up to people. He go up to strangers and call them the wrong name. He go to like stars and call, what's going on? Essentially Tyson, you know, call them different
Yeah.
names and stuff. That joke about his mama, 2021. Not 2021. 2026 Lexus utility
Mhm.
vehicle.
Oh man.
His mama just cried. And you know what? The brother worked hard. He
Yeah.
doing something. He doing something that nobody else would do. Would you go up to somebody and call them the wrong name and try to give them a hug? Would you
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't
No.
either. I wouldn't
No.
either. But he'll do
Mm-mm.
that in a minute. He'll do that in a minute.
Mm-mm.
And getting paid. YouTube checks, Facebook checks, Instagram checks. Let me tell you something. They paying. You hear me? They paying.
Mm.
You gotta run it like a business. Don't
Yeah.
forget, if you're a country creator, you gotta run it like a business.
Yeah.
You can't be lagging. You gotta keep mashing. I don't care if you're going up the hill with the transmission about to go. You gotta keep mashing that gas.
Well, baby, my transmission I was going up a hill this Tuesday, and my transmission didn't want to go up the hill. It was just putting. It was hard for me to get up that hill.
You talking about
But I
your
went on.
story.
I went on and made it, but it was hard for me to get up that hill.
Yeah.
Lord knows it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what? Whenever I heard, whenever you feel like that way to the point I don't want to do it, that's the best time to do it. Right now, I don't feel like working out. But after I get on the phone with you, I'm gonna make myself.
yeah.
I'm gonna make myself. Cause I
Whew.
got to. I gotta take my health into consideration for my children. I gotta take health into consideration for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, advance. I don't want my kids. Listen, I'm not gonna spoil them right to make them not have to work for anything. Yeah, they're gonna have to work for things too. But I don't want them to have to worry about a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm not able to provide them with a whole lot like I should because I'm on disability, not working and everything and all that. And people don't even know my situation, judging. Well, you look okay to
Mm-hmm.
me. You don't know what's going on with me internally.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot of people. You can't look at them and say whether they healthy or not.
No. No, I fight every
Yeah.
day. You know, I fight to get online. You know, I started calling and tell you, hey, Lynn, I don't feel like doing this. Almost. Almost. I almost got that from like, hey, man, can we just do this probably tomorrow night? I just don't feel like it. I said, no, do it tonight.
Yeah.
Do it tonight. Get into it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to pay off. I promise
Yeah.
you.
I feel like that. I feel like that a lot of time, but I don't know whether you get into it. But once I come in front of the camera and start talking, then it's okay.
Same thing with me. I don't do good on my lives until I have somebody on here with me. It don't only have to be you. It can be anybody.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I can stay on my lives long.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I have to have somebody I have to see somebody, even though
Right.
what's going on, Cameron? What's going on? What's going on, man? Even though
Hello.
I have to see somebody.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, even though they may be, I could have 20 people in here come in at the same time, but I still have to see something. I gotta see a face.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good, Cameron. How you doing? Like and share, man. Subscribe.
Mhm.
Subscribe. Check out my channel, brother. And check out Angeline also. Check out
Yeah.
Angeline also.
Yeah.
Check her out also. But yeah,
That is crazy.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there one day. And this time, I think one day we stick this thing out. We're really gonna have a good podcast.
Yeah.
And listen. You talk about professional. We can get and this. I'm gonna go ahead and speak this to existence.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's good, man. That's good. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I really do think that one day we're gonna be interviewing celebrities,
Yeah.
big YouTubers, people in sports, people, doctors,
Yes.
certain nurses,
Yeah.
certain politicians. I think that one day we're gonna be interviewing them one day in a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah.
You just have to keep striving and keep going.
And get your
And
name out there.
don't give up.
It's money. It's money to be made. It's money to be made, you know, but it's not it's not about the money. It's about reaching out to the masses, making a difference so the American people can. There's a lot of podcasts out here. I'm not worried about being in competition with nobody else. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna stay in my own lane and
Mm-mm.
keep going the road that God will have us on.
Exactly.
Keep going the road. I can't follow no other podcaster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, I don't know if you're familiar with Jimmy Swaggart. You familiar with him, ain't you? The preacher. He died
Yeah.
last year. You
Yeah.
know, you know what his grandson said, and I commend his grandson. His grandson said that all Jimmy Swaggart friends, church people, you can be just like your granddaddy. You can be just like your daddy. He said God told him, I didn't call you to be like them. I didn't call you to walk in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
They your granddaddy finished his course.
Mm-hmm.
You can't walk no further in his shoes because he's gone. I call you to make a mark on America.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like your dad. If people tell me that, boy, you follow your daddy's shoes, I cannot follow my daddy's shoes. I
Yeah.
can't do that. He finished his course and he's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to walk in my own shoes. I'm not going to expect my son to walk in my shoes.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to put that weight on them. I'm not. I'm gonna say, I passing the baton. Your turn now.
Mm-hmm.
You run it now.
Yeah.
We don't want to pass the
Everybody,
baton.
everybody brings something different.
We don't want to pass the baton. You
Mm-hmm.
got some older folk don't want to pass the baton. Same way in politics. You got some old politicians don't want to pass the baton. They
Mm-hmm.
want to stand there with dementia, falling everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
passing out. Clyde, Representative Clyburn of South Carolina, the only Democratic uh politician in South Carolina, said, but he 85 years old, ain't gonna run for re-election. Man, sit down. Down, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's just like our governor. I think this year gonna be her last year, Kay Ivey.
Well, you know, Cab, I will say what she done. Y'all had somebody down in Alabama that was opposed to get the death penalty. Well,
Mm-hmm.
they're supposed to get uh
That's
uh
about all she did.
and she turned his sentence. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
kill nobody, but he was around the ones that who did. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pull anything, but he was there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that I don't like
Yeah,
his
I like
ways.
him. I like him. I like him as a person, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
like
don't
him.
like his I don't like his ways.
Yeah. I don't like a lot of stuff that he does, but
Yeah.
to force to say, do I like him as a man?
I don't
I
hate him.
mean, I don't really
I
know
don't
him like
I
that.
don't no,
But
I don't hate him.
a lot of stuff that's going on, I do not like. Let
No.
me ask you some. Did you vote? Did you vote? That's a
Cameron,
yes or
First of all, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you, Cameron? Anthony, we've been on here about an hour and 30 minutes.
yeah. Yeah,
Cameron,
I guess he ain't gonna answer because he may be young asking that question.
yeah, probably y'all. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I like him. I don't know him as a person, you know, to dislike him. So yeah, a lot of his policy, a lot of stuff that he does, a lot of stuff I don't agree with.
I will
But
say this right here, the funniest thing. He's a bully, he's a menace. Listen here. We never had a president that'll go to another country and pick up their president and bring him back here and arrest him.
mhm, yeah,
What he done? Oh yeah, you young, baby. You
mhm,
young. You young.
mhm,
You a kid, man. You a
yeah,
teenager. My son will be 13 years old in
Mhm.
June, man. Yeah, you young. You
Mhm.
young. But you know what though? Start life.
Mhm.
Start planning life now. I know you young, but start looking to some things to get into positive things,
Mhm.
because y'all
Yeah.
kids got so much against y'all. You got so much against y'all. You got social media. As you're dealing with a lot of peer pressure. You know, remember you ain't got to try to fit in to be with nobody, man. Don't try to fit in to be with a crowd that don't want you. Have friends who want to be your friend. That's what you do. Have friends who want to be your friend. Don't try to fit in. Do not try to fit in. Yeah, don't try to fit in. Yeah, don't try to fit in with nobody.
Mhm.
So much against y'all as kids because y'all dealing with depression, uh, PTSD, because a lot of things that you had went through, a lot of things that you had went through in your youth. It breaks my heart to see some kids go through things that adults have went through,
Mhm.
and children going through it, and that's not good for a child psychologically. It's not good for nobody psychologically. Young, old. But still, though, I want you to. I'm hoping that you have good parents. That you have good parents. Listen to your mom and dad, or whoever you're staying with, your grandma. Listen to them. You might not agree with them, but you know what? They keep you out of trouble. I know there's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of peer pressure on these kids, Angeline. It is. It ain't like it was whenever you were raising. That's good. That's good. Angeline, it ain't like it was whenever you were raising your son because then times were different.
Yeah,
You know, you got
most
your daughter
definitely.
coming up. It's gonna be a lot of peer pressure with her. People gonna say, and people gonna say some rude stuff to her, and you know
Mhm.
what, and you know what that's gonna be,
Mhm.
Angeline.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, and just hoping and pray that she be open with you about it instead of holding it in and
Yeah.
start acting it out.
Acting out. Yeah.
And you want to know where this coming from.
Mhm.
Because you got some kids just mean and rude. Some of them gonna say, "Oh, you got a black mama. You so
Mhm.
and so. Why your mama ain't white?" I'm just
Mhm.
being honest with you.
Mhm.
She's gonna run into that and let her know to shut it down. She ain't got to fight. She ain't got to get upset. But these kids will go through stuff. We don't want our kids to get mistreated by nobody. We don't.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Somebody's gonna say rude things to them because people say rude things to us, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't tell our mama and them everything.
No, we didn't.
And I don't want nobody mean to my kids. I don't. I don't want nobody mean to my kid because you be mean to them and do things to them, you bother me then. I'm for real. And I
Yeah.
will show up. I will show up. And I won't be nice when I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I tell my kids, I'm on social media and everything and all that. You might have some kids. You let your daddy call way back and everything and all that. Just say, well, they none of your business. You know,
Mhm.
daddy gonna make it up though. So with daddy gonna make it up. He's gonna make it up. He's gonna make it up and everything. But I think you're doing a good job. I think you're doing a good job, Angeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was called for that purpose anyway. Cause
Mhm.
no telling where, what could have happened if you didn't make that decision.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, she's a good little girl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that you did. You know,
Mhm.
I'm glad that you did. Yep. But Angeline, what else you got to say? I'm done
Uh,
talking.
I think that's about it. We had a good conversation. I enjoyed this podcast.
Yeah.
So, mhm.
So Angeline, I know you got some. Do you have anything you want to read tonight?
No, I don't have. No,
I
I
can't
didn't.
do it. You know what? some things you stronger in than me. I don't have any. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what I'm
Well,
gonna do.
you can do it. You
Let
probably
me
just ain't never just sit down and try to do it. You know what
hold
I'm
on for a
saying?
minute. It's a scripture that I want to read, and it shows about the
Okay.
plans. Hold on for a minute. It ain't long.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
I keep it at the head of my bed all the time.
That's a good spot. A good spot so you can see it right before you go to bed.
Yep,
And when
good
you wake
spot.
up in the morning.
A good spot. This right here says it's
Yeah.
from Jeremiah. It's from. I like how y'all speak truth. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. Make sure invite your mom and dad, man. Next time we gonna be on here. It's gonna be on Angeline. Follow. Make sure you follow Angeline. We do this every Friday. If things don't change,
Mhm.
uh, 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock her time, because she live in Alabama, so she's the hour behind me.
Mhm.
But it's really 8 o'clock my time. And when she do it, it'll be 7 o'clock her time, but it still be 8 o'clock my time.
Mhm.
So so we get on young topics too. Bring your parents. Let your parents,
Yeah.
let your mom listen, let your dad listen. They need to hear this.
Mhm.
They need to hear this because we talk about some real stuff. We do. You know, I'm not going to engage with a child too much by themselves, you know, but I'd rather you have your parents in here also. But I'm gonna read something right quick. It's from Jeremiah 29th chapter, the 11th verse. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, a plans to give you hope and a future." And that's what God do not want to hurt us. People make God out of a big old bad man.
Mhm.
Some uh, some religious people make it seem like it's just so hard. It's just so hard. I have experienced it. It's just so hard to 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 get to God. All you got to do is try to do what is right before God
That's
and
it.
just pray and just pray. Try to do what is right. You may not do
Mhm.
what is right always, and you may fail. Get up and try it again, because the Bible says the race is not given to the swift nor the strong. It's given to the ones who are able to endure to the end. That's what's going to get you that endurance.
Exactly.
Doesn't it doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how fast you may be. Just because you faster than me and running the race, it doesn't mean that I won't get there in time too.
Mhm.
So that's the plan that God has for us. He want to give us a hope, a good hope in the future. There's so many people that died before their time. I felt like my sister died before her time. I do. I felt like my dad died before his time, you know, and I still don't understand sometimes. And sometimes I grieve after them sometimes. I do. You know, even though it been over 28 years for my dad now, and it been 3 years for my sister. You know, uh,
Yeah.
it hurt. It hurt because we so used to talking, and to hear her voice get silenced,
It's 9:01 p.m.
Mhm.
to hear her voice get silenced. You know, so it's
Yeah.
9:01, so it got to be 10 o'clock here. Yeah, to hear her voice get silenced and everything, and
Yeah.
we have family dinners and she not here. That hurts. It
Mhm.
hurt. Thanksgiving and Christmas really hurt. It did. It hurt
Yeah.
because we so used
Yeah,
to,
the holidays.
yeah, for the
Mhm.
holidays, it hurts. Cause she be there, you know. And so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I just want everybody to know God
Mhm.
has a plan in the future for every last
Mhm.
one of us. We have to just give God a chance. Give God a chance, y'all. Young man, Cameron, whoever you is, give God a chance. You never too old. You never too young to accept Christ in your life, man. You're never too young, man.
That's
You're
right.
never too young. I'd rather get him now than get him later.
Mhm.
That's all. I'd rather get God now
Mhm.
than get him later. You live in a world, all this rap. stuff, talk about women and drugs and getting high and all this stuff. Those guys don't have no clue. You see half of them committing suicide. You take that young man, young Papa, whatever his name is, had a $5 million had a $5 million signing deal before uh that was scheduled to him from forgot that rapper name, from out of Florida. $5 million signing deal for Rick Ross. For Rick Ross.
Oh yeah.
Signing deals. Rick Ross is gonna
Mhm.
sign it. Somewhere, something he just felt like, life wasn't worth living. Dead. Killed himself in front of his manager. Killed himself in front of his manager. Something happened. Something bad happened. It just shows you the devil do not care. He don't care about you. He don't care nothing about me. He wants your soul. Because he know he don't have a chance. He know he ain't got a chance in hell.
Mhm.
You hear me? You know that? He
Exactly.
know that at the end he's gonna be thrown in the lake of fire. He know that. He know. And his agenda is, I'm gonna carry you with me.
Yeah, he want to take as many people he can.
Don't let him care. Don't you?
His main agenda here is to kill,
Steal
steal, and
and destroy
destroy,
and
and
cause
that's
havoc
exactly what he
and,
doing.
and cause havoc on families, to
Mhm.
cause havoc
Mhm.
in churches. Why you think the churches
Mhm.
now just acting up? It's acting crazy. Preachers getting behind the pulpit saying any and everything, getting behind that cussing, talking about eating cooter and all this stuff. You shouldn't be doing that. There is nothing to talk about like that behind the pulpit. That's what you have marriage conferences for. Then you can talk about something like that. Not behind the pulpit and you got children there. Getting reckless. Gritty pastors. Just juicing people out their money. Yeah.
Mm.
Just like the comedian said, God ain't pleased. And he ain't. He ain't pleased what he see.
Mhm.
I promise you he ain't.
Sad.
It is sad. But I want everybody to have a good night,
Mhm.
Angeline. Thank you for once again, ma'am.
Mhm.
Uh we be on Lord's willing next week. Y'all keep your head on a swivel and stay prayed up. Over and out. Peace.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.